I think we are ready to start. I'd like to welcome everybody to our November meeting. Can't believe it's already November. All right, and it is great to see everybody here. Is this better? Okay. All right. All right. Well, once again, welcome to everybody. And we have a few things to talk about today. I'm sure you noticed on that back table there was quite a bit of information, and we're going to be talking about the luncheon as well as our library show. And we are going to be having Artist of the Month announced in just a few minutes. So while that's being tallied, I'm going to start talking about our winter luncheon. Okay? And is there anybody that wants to participate in the luncheon that did not sign up today or has not already paid? Everybody's paid? Okay.
No.
That's great.
I might do it later. We have to.
Okay. You have until the end of the month to get your check-in for the luncheon. Just as soon as you can would be best. That way we can make sure we have enough room for everybody and for the awards and prizes that we're going to be offering. I will also be sending out information with the details about what time to arrive. It'll basically between 10:30 and 3 is the time of the luncheon, with artwork being dropped off at 10:30, and I will have all those details in writing for you. I think that's better than just announcing it. It'll be easier for everybody to have in their hand. And the address, yes. It's going to be at the Countryside Country Club, and the address will be in there, and we're going to have valet parking as well, and people helping you with your artwork if you're planning to bring an art piece. And just remember, if you do bring art, make sure that you bring a easel, because yes, we have to have something to show the art on. Of course, unless it's a 3D piece, and we do have spaces for those. All right, and now there is a size limit, no larger than 24 by 36, and this is for spacing reasons. If we have 40 to 50 pieces of art, it's going to be a tight fit. So, okay, and now our Clearwater Library show. I know at last month's meeting we did not have a lot of information. We are accepting up to 2 pieces from each artist. It's only $5 entry per item. We are not going to be having a reception for that show, but it will be a juried show. And the awards will be given out at our winter luncheon. Okay? I also will be sending out the information on that with the drop-off times. You'll be dropping your artwork off at the library itself on the day. If you have an issue where you cannot, come see me and we can make an arrangement. Okay? Because I understand not everybody can get there between those hours, and we'll work with you because we want your art to be seen. Okay. And now also too, if anybody would like to volunteer to help us with the art intake and hanging the show, it would be most appreciated. So please see me after or send an email if you can help. That would be great.
On which date?
On December 5th. And we plan to, it should be, I think it's, let's see, drop off. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to maybe move it down to even 10:30 to 1 at the latest. And like I said, I'll make sure everybody has the address, and if you are signed up, you'll get a special email with all the details and a reminder as well, closer to the date. Okay? We need volunteers for hanging and signing everything in, because we are having professional cards made, so we got to match up the cards with the artwork, and yeah, all the help we can get would be great. And with that too, let's see.
And you're going to be sending that out in an email?
In an email, correct.
So just remind everybody about
Exactly, yep. And On the application, there was a size limit, but we are going to allow any size, actually. So if you have a big piece, you know, if you want to change out one of the pieces you've already signed up and want to bring a bigger piece, just let us know and we'll make the change. Okay, and we will extend accepting applications for that show until Saturday this week. I did have in the email that you had to pay by today, but we're going to extend it a couple more days. Yes?
Now, a few of the folks didn't know their titles yet. When do they need to get that information?
Titles need to be in by Saturday, because we do have to have at least a week prior for the cards to be made and printed. And with Thanksgiving coming up, you know, there's going to be holiday hours, things like that. And we want to make sure that we have enough time to get them printed and ready for our show. All right. And normally Sylvia would be speaking next about our jury committee. She has had to leave, and I think everybody here that was juried in today was made aware of their status. And if you have an item that you want to be juried in, or a new medium, we now have on the website the information. You can print off the application online. It tells you the guidelines, as well as gives you Sylvia's telephone number or an email address that you can write to request an appointment to be juried in. Then they'll get a letter. Yeah, if you also get a letter showing what you were accepted for, as well as the verbal today. And with the jurying, because we have the winter luncheon next month, there is no jurying for December. So anybody that just signed up today as a member, the earliest you could be juried is going to be in January. Okay? Scott, are you?
I just finished, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Each month we have Artist of the Month, which is all the pictures you see over there. Any exhibiting member can bring in a piece of art, any size, any medium that you're juried in for, and everybody votes. So if you were wondering what that's about, please make sure that when you come into the meetings, you look at the art and vote for your favorite. We do give out a ribbon each month, and your artwork is displayed on our website as well as on our Facebook page. And Scott is going to tell us about the winner. Now, one thing too with Artist of the Month, if you had a piece and you win, for the rest of the season, meaning now through April, you would not be able to re-enter Artist of the Month. And the piece that won would not be able to be entered in our jury shows. So just, I know that's been a common question.
Well, yeah, I'm loud all the time, I guess. But anyway, Alice Anderson.
Alice Anderson. Come on up.
The runner-up was Susan
Mayhew. Susan, our treasurer. And Michelle's going to take your picture with your artwork as well.
Thank you.
Hold your artwork up.
Sue, do you want to grab your piece and hold it up? Show everybody.
You're runner up.
Yeah.
You're runner up. Go get that puppy.
Yes.
No, but people want to see.
We've been doing that.
Come on.
Yeah, it was a tough decision today. I know I had trouble.
There's a lot of nice pieces. Thank you for everybody bringing your work in. If you didn't win, then try it again next month.
Yeah. Well, January is the next meeting here. Yeah, we really do have a talented group.
Show it this way. That turns this way.
And what's the name of your piece, Alice?
I'm sorry, it's Pierce 60, Clearwater Beach.
Really,
Pier 60.
really nice. Really nice.
I've been going to that pier since 1962.
And the medium?
I have been there. I remember being there with my grandmother. She was,
Pastels, correct?
this is pastel.
And it's pastel. We'll leave it up here so you can come and look at it. All right, and then Sue's gonna hold her up as soon as she gets a picture taken.
Yeah. Move, Scott. Bring. Have her bring.
Just come hold it up for everybody.
Bring it forward.
And that is photography on metal. All right. Yeah, we definitely have a very talented group. All right, and Sue is actually going to tell us about the Treasury report, but I am going to skip that for now. And Sharon, come on down.
For Art in the Park.
All right, Sharon is our head of Art in the Park. For new members, we have Art in the Park at Pioneer Park. It runs from October through April every year. You do have to be juried in. And Sharon is going to just say a few words about it.
Okay. Okay, our next one coming up is December 9th. If you haven't signed up, you still have time to sign up today. We have it the second Sunday of every month, all the way through April, like they said. It's $25. You have till the end of the month to sign up for the following month. Unfortunately, if you get in later, we have to charge you $35. But you still need to let me know that you're coming.
And the day of the show, too.
And the day of the show, yes.
What happens if it rains?
Okay. We do get a rain date, something we've never gotten before, and last year we were lucky enough that we did get one. So, but what it has to be a really bad rain. It has to be something that starts in the morning and it rains all day, and it looks really bad. And if it is, we will call you either late that night before or in the morning and let you know not to come and set up, because we need everybody to stick to this. If somebody comes and sets up, unfortunately the city comes out and sees that one person, they won't give us a rain date. But it's only going to happen if it's really, really bad. And it is something that they've never done before, so we're lucky that we do have that. Any questions?
What is the rain date?
What would they
The
give
rain,
us?
only if it.
Yeah, the rain date, they'll let us know that another date that we can have. They'll either give us another date, and what will happen is if we can't get one in this year, then you'll get a credit. Everybody who paid for that one will get a credit for another one. If you pay for the season, then you'll get a credit for the following year. Okay?
Right here.
One more question.
Oh, okay.
Are there any certain requirements? Do you have to have a tent? Do you have to have a table?
You don't have to have a tent. If you do, it's nice. We've just started allowing them this year to have tents. A lot of people don't have tents, it's hard for them to set up, and it looks really nice because we have some with tents, some without tents. I would suggest, they have done a presentation on how, last month they did it, and how to set up your booth and make it look nice. I know that Sue Mayhew has a paper on that, or she did have one, and it's really helpful.
And you can also watch it on YouTube, on our channel.
On the YouTube.
You can see all the demos, all the previous meetings. And if you didn't stay last time, definitely watch it if you do show your work, because it was very informative and
It
was well done.
Yes,
I
it was very good.
I believe that since that presentation, our overall look at Art in the Park has really improved tremendously.
I think so too. And I would suggest that if you have a table, to put a nice tablecloth on it. And that's what some of the information says there. It is important. But one of the most important thing is, if you have artwork, even if you have some in a container or something that you have extras, that's fine. But most of your work, you want to take and put it up there and present it so people walking by are going to see it. And they can admire it coming and going, because that really makes a difference. That's kind of what draws the people into your particular tent or your booth. So.
I don't know how to get to these things on YouTube.
I can help you with that.
Don't like to do that.
To find us on YouTube, all you have to do is type in, even in a Google search thing, just type in YouTube. It'll take you to their site, and at the top of the page, there should be a search area. Usually there's a little magnifying glass. Just type in Creative Artists Guild, Dunedin, and it'll take you right there. And then when you're on our page, there is an area where it'll ask you if you want to subscribe. If you subscribe, every time we upload a video, it'll send you an email automatically to remind you to say, hey, look, there's something new. So then you don't have to think about it.
Well, that was pretty easy.
Yes, yes.
The link to it, to the YouTube channel is also on the
That's
website.
right. Monica did put it in the brush fire. So if you, at the very bottom, it actually even showed the little thumbnail pictures of the videos, and you can click on them and watch the videos from there, which is also very helpful. Thank you for doing that. All right. What you're saying about displaying your art, if you can use easels, a table, anything that you want to display your art. You know, Art in the Park is nice that way because it's not so uniform. Everybody doesn't look like each other, and I think that the tents and no tents is a nice change from a lot of the other shows. And there was one other thing. Our times for Art in the Park, officially it starts at 10 a.m. We advertise it to run 10 to 3. You can stay after 3 as late as you want. We've had people stay till, what, 5,
4,
6
5 o'clock, 6
sometimes.
o'clock, yeah.
Although now with it getting dark earlier, that may not happen. But getting there, as long as you're set up by 10, you can get there anytime you want. A lot of people get there at the crack of dawn, but that doesn't mean you have to. And also, there's no saved spots. And if you're not sure where you want to set up, if you're new to it, just ask anybody and you'll get help. And we are also hopefully going to be getting some teenage volunteers to help with unloading, loading, because I know a lot of us need some help, and more people might participate if they had that help. So we are working on that. Sue is. And also, another thing that we wanted to do, which still has not happened, is have an information table set up at the park where a member could sit and tell people about the club, about our shows. So if you would like to volunteer, even just one Art in the Park a year to do that, also to help if somebody has to run and get food or bathroom break or something like that, you could sit in their seat, you know. So we'd like to start doing that. So far we have not been able to, but if you are interested, please let me know. All right, and Sue is going to tell us about
Money.
our money.
I'm here to talk about money. Okay, we started out last month with an opening balance of $2,107.84. We closed this month with, hold on a minute, it's on the second page, $1,116.52. That means we had a ton of activity. We had $1,560 worth of deposits. Those deposits were for everything under the sun. Membership dues from new members. They were for Art in the Park. They were for the library show. They were for workshops, and they were for the luncheon. But we had quite a lot of expenses. Our insurance went up $100 from last month. I spent a lot of time looking for new insurance, thinking, oh, I can get it cheaper, I can get it cheaper. One guy finally felt sorry for me and said, lady, you're getting a steal of a deal, quit looking. So I did, I quit looking. We spent $690 for deposits on the winter luncheon. I had to pay the renewal on our post office box and, you know, the usual expenses, but I have also done some cost-cutting measures. The board is now working together and paying for, and taking items from the storage unit, and each person who is taking those items that they're responsible for. So the Valdettis are taking care of the camera equipment, all the AV stuff they are taking at their place. I have all the records, which is, yes, Donna's went, yes. Marissa is going to take all the food stuffs. So we're doing all of that stuff, and I'm slowly going through the bins, and I mean really slowly. And that means we will no longer have a $48 a month bill, and that's a good thing. I also went to the bank, and I took care of changing over our checking account so that we no longer have a $14 a month service fee. We now have free checking, which is another nice thing. And that's how we're doing it. Step by step, we're taking care of overhead charges. I also started using remanufactured ink because it's much cheaper to print that way and no longer going to the store, Staples and Office Depot and that to get our printing done. So we're saving money that way. And I think that covers all of that. Our work, pardon me? Oh, we also joined the Dunedin Merchants Association. So now we're in the loop with that. We belong to 2 Dunedin organizations. We belong to the Dunedin Council of Organizations, and we belong to the Dunedin, the Downtown Dunedin Merchants Association. 2 wonderful things. We'll be doing a better job of partnering with the city. I think that covers Treasury. Okay, we canceled our, gosh, I'm so sorry. We canceled our printing workshop. We did not get enough people to sign up. I need a minimum of 8 people to do a workshop because I can't pay for the instructor. I can't even pay an instructor if I don't get 8 people, you guys. We have over 160 members, and I can't get 8 people between the public and you guys. So that kind of told me I need to do something here. So we did, I have some changes. The first thing is our winter workshops, or our 2019 workshops. When I call your name, please stand up. Jim Melton, Holly Berlin. I don't think Marissa's here. Carrie's here. Carrie's here. I saw her. Carrie Welch, where are you?
She was here.
Oh, she was here. I know, I saw her. Wendy Davis. Who else do I have in the winter? Heidi's not here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these are your winter professional instructors. Every one of these people are professional artists, professional instructors. And they are doing some phenomenal workshops for you. And they are doing them at a price that you are not going to get anywhere ever. Their workshops are $20. You won't find that anywhere. Many of them teach these workshops at the Fine Arts Center and other places, and they charge a whole shipload more. Okay, please give them a round of applause for the welcome to the These are also open to the public. The public is a little bit afraid, I think, because they're being done by professional artists, and they really are geared for artists. They're not geared for beginners. I put brochures on the back table. I know Wendy's workshop, we're getting a little afraid because we had so many signed up that we're a little nervous that it might be a lot.
Went from 3 to...
We went, yeah, we did. We went from 3 to, we're not really quite sure how many we have. And then in December, I'm doing a fused glass ornament workshop. And then January, we have Jim Melton doing watercolor seascapes. Okay, if I don't get the signups I need, I am due to pay the city. I'm overdue to pay the city for the community center. So that means if you plan on taking a workshop for the winter half, I need your name on that sheet of paper. You don't have to pay today, but I need your name on that paper so I know your intentions. So I know whether or not I need to get that room reserved for the winter. Because if I don't see the interest, I probably shouldn't be continuing to do this. The workshops need to be self-sufficient and pay themselves. You know, the reason they're $20 is all I want to do is pay for their time and then pay for the room.
What is location for this workshop?
The location is at the community center, the Dunedin Community Center, at the corner of Pinehurst and Michigan Avenue, right next door to the Dunedin Fine Arts Center. Yes. Any other questions on that? Okay, members. Memberships. Your memberships are coming due in January. You cannot just come in and pay. You cannot just send a check anymore. Now you must fill out the form. There's a renewal form. For new members, they fill out a new membership form. Old members or members renewing their form fill out a membership renewal form. I have already once sent back a form, mailed a form back to somebody because they did not complete it all the way. I will do that to you. If you skip the part that says, I will help with. If you do not fill that out, I will return it to you. Are there any questions? Okay, Stoney is...
How much are the dues? 30?
The dues have been 30 up until now. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
To be continued. We'll have more information on that probably at the winter luncheon. And we don't have to worry about it till January anyways.
And we can mail it in with the application.
Yes, and the applications are online on the website, and one's marked new member, the other is a renewal. And again, if you have
You don't want any business at the Christmas luncheon?
No, you won't be able to sign up for anything, but you can mail it in, and of course, if you ever have any questions or you can't print something, you know, just reach out, let us know, and we can always help you.
When is the date to pick out paintings or whatever from the library? It starts December 5th?
The show runs from December 5th through January 2nd. And the same with the drop-off. If there's something, if you're out of town, I know a lot of people travel around that time, we can make arrangements to make sure, you know, your artwork is safe and get it back to you. But, yep. And when I send out the email with the instructions and information, respond back if you have an issue with needing help. All right, and last month we did talk about the new fine art show that we're going to be having down at Edgewater Park. It is going to be the first Saturday in January. You'll notice that there was no information in the back today about that because we are still working with the city to close up some details, and we do not meet with them again until tomorrow. So, as soon as I have the information, I will send out a separate email The subject line will be the Fine Arts Show, and just look for that in your email in the next week or so. And of course, we can talk about it more at the winter luncheon too. But it is still happening. Part of the issue is that Howard Allen will be having their Fine Arts Show the same weekend, which will be great because the Saturday will be busy. But we have some logistics and things like that to work out. Because if anybody's ever been down at Edgewater Park by the marina, you would know the parking situation, and we need to figure out about what room we can use, because the marina still has to function, the restaurants, all that, you know, we don't want to be in the way, so more details to come, but it is happening. All right.
Is it the limitation for how many pieces you've been showing?
It's going to be not an art in the park, but you will have to have a booth. We also may be having, it's been brought up to possibly have a CAG tent, where if you don't have a lot of pieces and you don't want to have a booth, we may be able to have our own tent for members to show a couple pieces and fill it with several members' work. So, yeah. To be continued too.
What's the name of that one? Do we have a name for that?
Sue, what is the name of the Fine Art Show?
Dunedin Dockside Fine Art Show.
Dunedin Dockside Fine Art Show. Thank you. And this will also be open to artists that are not CAG members.
And I'm sorry, I didn't get the date.
Dunedin Dockside.
No, the date.
Oh, date. January 5th.
That first Saturday.
First Saturday
Okay.
of the month.
All right, good.
Which will have a lot of people in town for the football games. The beaches will be busy, and with the Howard Allen Show, it should be a really good time for a show and a new one for us. All right, and any questions on anything so far?
Do you need a tent for that show or no? You don't know yet?
Not sure yet. Not sure yet. Like I said, if we may do the combined for people that don't have a tent, but I'll have more information soon. I'm sorry. All right. Some of you, most older members, know about our rotating exhibits. We show at Marguerite's, and we also show at MJ's. And Barb Connolly, she handles Marguerite's. She had to leave early, so I'm going to speak about that. She did leave the sign-up sheet in the back.
It's been filled in.
It has been filled? Okay. The information also is on our website under rotating exhibits. If you want to get on the list for in the future, you can contact Barbara. It lists her information, her phone number, and email address on the website. And also the exhibitor cards, you can now print from there as well. I did bring some in today, but I think they all went. I didn't have a lot of copies. They have our new logo. And so when you show at St. Marguerite's, that way it looks nice. Everybody has the same tags. Right. Yes.